What's up, everybody? You're tuned in to the Cris
Am on.
podcast, episode 235, Takeover Wednesdays. Hope everybody's having a good night, whatever you're doing. You're at home, we're at work. We appreciate y'all tapping into the live stream, watching on the playback. Appreciate you too. Put a comment in the comment section. Got a few things to speak on tonight. We got some NBA news, NFL news. Uh, Play a little game with Maul's random news, and we're gonna give our top interior defensive lineman and top linebackers. So got a few things to speak on. So till we do that, Maul, how you feeling?
I'm feeling good, man. How you feeling tonight?
I'm pretty good, man. I can't complain. You know what I'm saying? Ready to get into the topics, man.
Man, let's do it.
All right, man. Let's jump this off with NBA news.
Yeah, man. Just got a couple topics here. First up, James Harden played a game the other night. Ended up breaking his hand, his right thumb actually. X-rays showed he had a fracture. It seems like he's gonna be able to play through it. They still don't have no timetable as far as like when he will be able to return to the court. My question to you is, how much does this affect everything that's happened in the East? Seems like Cleveland was playing very, very well. Obviously, they had the big win against the New York Knicks the other night. How much of this injury do you think could derail their season?
I mean, Cleveland was already playing good without James Harden, so I think that they can hold it down. You still got Donovan Mitchell over there. They still got some pretty decent players over there, so I think they'll be fine. Be fine. They're still one of the top contenders in the East to win at least the NBA championship. So I think they'll be fine.
Yeah, as long as he's not out for a long exterior period of time, where it's like maybe like 2-3 weeks or something like that. If he's able to come back within like a week span, I think Cleveland will be all right. But we shall see. Next up, Suns owner Matt Ishbia, obviously the Phoenix Suns and the city of Phoenix, they will be getting the NBA All-Star game next year. Matt Ishbia is going to try to entice some of the biggest superstars to participate in some of the festivities. He said he's going to offer to pay a $1 million prize to the winners of the 2027 Slam Dunk and three-point contest, with another $1 million going to the charity for each event. Quote, he said, "Let's get the best guys in." He said this on the Pat McAfee show. He said, let's make it awesome. What are your thoughts with this, man? Do you think this could convince some of these guys to participate in more so the dunk contest and the three-point contest? But what are your thoughts with Matt Ishbia trying to persuade some guys?
I mean, he's trying to do, I guess he's trying something, you know what I'm saying? And I guess hopefully it works. Hopefully we get some of these guys that want to come out and make a cool $1 million and give it to a charity or whatever. But hopefully this incentive works. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? These guys, they be wanting buku money. So I don't know if $1 million will even entice them to get out their seats. So, but maybe some of these, enticing rookies or second year players, maybe a Cooper Flag or VJ Eshcombe next year will be like, all right, I'll do it for $1 million. You know what I'm saying? But we'll see. We'll see. But, it doesn't hurt.
No, I don't think it hurts. I think it's kind of refreshing to see an owner trying to take initiative, especially for his city being the host of the All-Star weekend, and try to convince these guys, like, look, I get it. A lot of these cats are making, $50+ million, but hey, what's the extra $1 million? You know what I mean? You give that to wifey, you can give that to shorty, you can give that to your parents or something like that. Plus, on top of that, another $1 million to whatever charity. Maybe the likes. Obviously, we don't want to see Jaylen Brown again, because we saw that at the last couple of years, and that was pretty hideous. But for like some of these younger guys like VJ Eshcombe, maybe Mac McClung, some of these other guys who can be some high risers, maybe some of the guys that are coming in from the new rookie class next year, maybe AJ DeBonsa, some of these other guys could be involved. So I'm not mad at it. Shout out to Matt Ishbia for at least trying to persuade these guys to find a way to get them to participate. And last but not least, Stephen A. Smith, he made some comments that hit the lines that had some people talking, where he talked about the Oklahoma City Thunder, and without Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, that he doesn't even see them as a top 8 team in the NBA. So my question to you is, do you agree or disagree with Stephen A. Smith's take on the Oklahoma City Thunder without Shai Gilgeous-Alexander?
He said he doesn't see them as a top 8.
18 without Shea. Without Shea.
I mean, of course, Shea is their best player. I mean, you can say that about any team without their best player. But are they as scary without him? No, they're not.
Yeah.
But they still have enough good players on that team that can still. Would you be surprised if they made it to the Western Conference Final? No, you wouldn't. I still think they have enough solid, great, really good players on the team. Now, would you probably not pick them to win it all? Maybe not, because Shea is like clutch and he's their, crunch time guy. But I think, like I said, they're talented enough. I think that they could still at least threaten to get to the Western Conference Finals.
Yeah, like I understand. Like Shea Gilgeous is one of the top players in the league. You know what I mean? He was consistent MVP before he got hurt, and hopefully he's going to be able to. I think he's going to be able to come back next week before the cutoff for him with games played takes him out of the running. But look, out of the last 10, they were 6-4. Obviously, they had a tough loss here tonight against the Detroit Pistons. They didn't have Shea, and I think they didn't have Jalen Williams. They didn't have Chet Holmgren, Isaiah Hardenstein. So a lot of their top players weren't playing, and they only lost by how many points they lose by? Only lost by 8, so they still scored 116 points. They're still number 2 in the league. They're still number 1 in the West. So. I still think they're probably a top 8 team. If Jalen Williams and Chet Holmgren is still and Isaiah Hardenstein and Alex Caruso and all those guys is healthy and they don't have just Shea, I think they could still be a top 8 team. But with the injuries that they do have, it's tough. But they're fighting. We expect those guys to get back healthy, and then once they get back healthy, once Shea comes back on that court, they're going to be back to being the best team in the league. So I think Oklahoma City Thunder fans shouldn't have no worries about that at all. So. And that is it for NBA news. Currently, Nuggets are up 89-72 over the Boston Celtics. Looks like they got that game in the bag as well.
All right, man. Let's switch to boxing real quick. We got the word. We talked about this on Monday with Floyd Mayweather, but we've officially got the word a little bit afterwards that Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao will be fighting in September in the Spear. I think it's about September 28th. I think it is.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. I could look it up real quick while you're talking.
But yeah, they have set this fight. We all know that he's supposed to be fighting Mike Tyson in the Congos. There was
19th. Sorry to cut you off. September 19th.
But yeah, he's fighting Mike Tyson in the Congos, and then Pacquiao was talking to take a tune-up fight himself against I think it's Ruslan Parafov. I forgot how to say his name, but he's supposed to fight somebody, an older fighter too. He hasn't fought in a long time either. But I heard that might not happen. It might fall through. But they have officially made this rematch. We already knew that Mayweather was coming out of retirement. We had speculated it probably was going to be Pacquiao, maybe Canelo, maybe Bud Crawford or somebody else, but we all knew it was going to be Pacquiao, him and Pacquiao too, and it's going to be at the Spear. So what is your overall thoughts on that?
Not surprising at all. I think it's kind of funny that people are kind of like disparaging this boxing match because people saying they don't want to watch it and this and that. I'm like, y'all are all the same people that were big proponents for a Jake Paul fight, but y'all got a problem with two of the greatest fighters. I get it, they're a little bit older, but I think they still can compete at a high level. Obviously, we're going to be anticipating Mayweather getting back in the ring, and you're trying to tell me you don't want to watch this, but you're willing to watch a Jake Paul Mike Tyson fight. You're willing to watch a Jake Paul Anthony Joshua fight. Come on, it's a joke. Like, you guys are just trying to be angry at something just to be angry at something at this point. I think at the end of the day, me personally, I'm excited to see Mayweather back in the ring. I'm very curious to see how this boxing match goes. I think it's a great thing for boxing, especially being showcased at the Sphere, the first big boxing event at the Sphere. Obviously, they had the big UFC event last year, but it's good to see boxing and Mayweather. I think he's going to have the city jumping. I think there's going to be some excitement. Obviously, I think a lot of people are going to have their skepticisms early, but I think as we get Mayweather in his bag, trying to promote this fight, the anticipation of could he lose his O. I think we'll bring back some nostalgia, and I think people will get excited for this fight. So I think everything that me and you kind of and then on top of that, it's on Netflix. So you can only imagine how many eyes this is going to get. I don't care what anybody says. Like, there were a lot of eyes for that Jake Paul, Anthony Joshua fight. You don't think to tell me that there will be, I will guarantee you there will be more eyes watching this fight than that Jake Paul, Anthony Joshua fight. I guarantee you, especially being on Netflix. And I'm excited for that too. I think Netflix could be the new hub for boxing. I think it could be great for that. It seems like he might have a partnership for a couple more fights. I would assume if he's getting back in the ring with the Manny Pacquiao, I would assume he'll at least do another 1 or 2 more fights after this, depending on how his body responds to. But we all know Mayweather is consistently in the ring. We all know Manny Pacquiao has he got back into the ring last year. So I'm excited, man. I'm excited to see these guys, some of these historic boxers, get back in the ring and go for part 2. And I agree with some people that have been talking on Twitter, man. I think this fight could be a little bit better than what we saw the first go around. So I think it's just going to be interesting all around. I think there's so many storylines with this fight that could be interesting, and obviously with the results, man, what potentials could be after this fight as well. So shout out to Mayweather, shout out to Pacquiao to getting this done. Obviously, this has been rumored for I think a couple months now. I think Cris can second guess that or as well. But I'm super excited. I'm curious to see what they do with the undercard and stuff like that. And the promotion leading up to it. So,
am I excited about this fight? No, but am I more so to see what's on this undercard? Yes. Hopefully, they use this fight to highlight some of the younger fighters out there that are trying to get their name out there. So, hopefully, the co-main event or whatever you want to call it is pretty good. Hopefully, leading up to the fight is good. As far as the fight itself, I don't know what to expect. Pacquiao, he looks solid against Mario Barrios. We haven't seen really Mayweather fight since John Gotti III. So
shouldn't that make you at least a little bit excited? I get it. These are old guys fighting, but these are top elite fighters, and it's just like we don't know what this fight can attain. Like, we expect Mayweather to. I'm sorry to cut you off, but we all know that we probably expect Mayweather to be in his bag defensively and stuff like that, but. Again, we don't know what his mindset is going to be going into this fight, especially Manny Pacquiao. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I get it, but I'm still a little excited for it to see what happens.
Yeah, well, we'll see. I know the build up. The build up for it will be good, and maybe by the time the fight happens, my anticipation for it will rise. But as far as right now, I'm kind of like at a 6 at it for it right now. But as far as like the rest of the card, you know what I'm saying? I'm interested to see who's on the rest of the card. I am interested in that. So
at the end of the day, everybody will be watching. So whether you're interested or not, if you're watching, you're interested. So
for sure. That's really only boxing news I got. All right, man. Let's switch to NFL news, man. So there has been word that there has been a dispute with Trent Williams and the San Francisco 49ers. They're in a contract standoff entering the 2026 season. He is set to carry a roughly $38.8 million cap hit, one of the largest in the league. Both sides are trying to restructure or extend his deal. John Lynch said the team and Williams have had good substantial meetings, are on the same page and wanting a resolution, but no new contract has been finalized yet. I ask you, if a contract extension doesn't get made, what do you think a compensation for Trent Williams services should be?
Hey, how much should he get paid?
Get paid or trade for? Because they're not just going to release him.
Paid, I don't know. It's kind of tough. Like, he is an older O-line. I think he can still be one of the top guys, but he has been going through some injury problems as well. I think services would be high for him. As far as like trade value, I don't know. Maybe I can't see no first. I can't see a second. Maybe a third for his services. But I think there'll be some competition for him. So I think he could get a respectable contract for sure. I don't know how many more years he plans on to play, but I don't know. We'll see, man. I think anybody would love to have Trent Williams on his team even at this age, but gotta be smart about it. Obviously, you ain't gonna give him like a long 4-year deal. I just don't know how much more he has left in him. But I agree with Mark, man. His value's still high, still top O lineman. So I can see maybe 3rd round pick. I can't see him getting top O line money, but maybe he can be like, top 3 at least. You know what I mean? I can see something like that.
Yeah. With how scarce the offensive lineman market is for free agency, if they did release him, because there is talks of if they possibly could release him, he would be the top offensive lineman on the market right now, because it's either between him, the dude from
Linderbaum from Ravens. You got the guy from the Browns, I think, who's available.
Yeah, but and then there's supposed to be the Walker dude from Green Bay. He's a left tackle, but Trent is probably still head and shoulders better than him. And then if the Chiefs release Jawan Taylor, he's a right tackle.
Yeah,
and you know what I'm saying. So Trent would be the number 1 dude on as far as offensive line on the market right now. So I think he would garnish a pretty nifty contract. It'd probably be like a 2-year, maybe 3-year deal, 3rd-year deal, be an option or whatever. But it'd probably be a 2-year deal, whatever team wants him. A win now team that feels like they just need a left tackle to shore up their line or whatever. So I could see something like that happening. If a contract extension, I expect him to work something out, because I know he wants to stay in San Francisco. But if nothing does get worked out and he does get cut, he will be a top priority, I think.
No, for sure. Who could you, if he does get cut, what teams could you see him? Who should be at the front lines? Like, how would you? Who do you think where he goes in? The Ravens.
The Ravens. They need a left tackle. What's the name? Can't stay healthy. I know Trent has his issues, but the other dude really can't stay healthy, and he hasn't been good since he got paid. So Trent can go there. Maybe Washington. Maybe go back to Washington.
Yeah, you could.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Maybe go to Chicago, because then they left tackle tear his ACL.
Yeah, obviously they can still upgrade. Philly. I don't know what they're gonna do with their O line. I think that could be interesting.
Yeah, because what's
Bill
his name?
Still got Deion Dawkins or something. So
yeah, they got Deion Dawkins.
So that'd be all right. Patriots, maybe the Patriots, if they decide to move Will Campbell to another position. I know there's been talks about maybe moving him more inside. I think that could be a situation. Obviously, my Raiders, but again, you know what I mean? I'm sure he probably wants to go into a win now mode. I think if he's going to go to the Raiders, they would probably have to overpay him for him to probably consider. But you never know. I wouldn't be mad at my Raiders. Paid. Yeah, maybe he just want to get paid. If he just want to get paid, then I'm sure my Raiders got enough cap space, and I'm sure they probably can give him a nice 2-year deal, maybe a 3rd-year team option, depending on how everything goes, and he can be the lead guy to kind of revamp this O line. You know what I mean? Clint Kubiak has said he actually likes some of our O line players, which I do too. I just think a lot of it was just we had bad coaching. But no, I agree with you. There's no disrespect. I think even though he is an older player, he's still one of the top offensive tackles in the game. So I just don't think he's going to get a long-term deal, and I just don't think he's going to get like number 1 money, making him the most paid. But again, I could see him being top 2, top 3 as far as like paid for the 2 years or something like that. And I don't know, we'll see. But I agree with you. I think most likely he probably will stay with the 49ers. I think it's smart for them just to go ahead and get the deal done, man. Let him retire in a Niners jersey.
Yeah, for sure. Malik Willis, backup quarterback for the Green Bay Packers, is expected to be a top QB free agent in 2026, with multiple league insiders reports saying teams believe he can command at least $30 million per year on his next contract. That kind of money would make him one of the more expensive free agent QBs this offseason. I ask you, sir, do you think Malik Willis should get that type of money?
I get it. You're only gonna get paid as the market's willing to pay you, and it seems like teams are willing to pay him $30 million. Am I mad at him for that? Nah, because I think Cris Elicuti, he stated it very well to me earlier today that we really don't see this for a lot of black quarterbacks. You mainly seen this for for a lot of the Caucasian quarterbacks. So it's actually good to see him. I'm rooting for him. You know what I mean? Now, would I personally want to pay him $30 million? I don't know. I got to see a little bit more. Like, he's come in and he's looked really good in portions of playing with the Packers and stuff like that. It seems like he has his confidence level back. Seems like he knows what he's seeing. But hey, if the market says pay him $30 million, pay him $30 million. I'll be curious to see where he goes. I think there's plenty of options for him with the likes of the Arizona Cardinals, the Minnesota Vikings, depending on what Aaron Rodgers does, the Pittsburgh Steelers, the Miami Dolphins, maybe the Carolina Panthers, maybe the Atlanta Falcons, maybe the Indianapolis Colts, depending on, obviously I wouldn't expect Daniel Jones to be back anytime this year. So especially with the compensation that they traded, I wouldn't be surprised if maybe they try to get Malik Willis or a Mac Jones or something like that. So I think options are endless for him. So he definitely will have a starting job this year. So and I'm happy for him, especially everything that he had to endure earlier on in his career. Some people even think that he could be the next Sam Darnold. You know what I mean? Transition to a new team and potentially take a team to some great heights. So I'll be rooting for him as long as he don't play my Raiders.
Yeah, for sure. The New York Jets have said that they will be placing the franchise tag on Breece Hall. They said that they do not want to let him go. They want to keep some good players on their team. And so the GM said that they can't come to a long-term deal. They will be placing the franchise tag on Breece Hall. Do you think this is a smart move for the Jets?
No, I don't. I don't know what they're doing. I think right now they just need to be in full rebuild mode. I think I've been said it before. I think they need to go ahead and try to find a trade partner for Garrett Wilson. I think you could get like a first-round pick, at lowest a second-round pick for Garrett Wilson. Get some more assets. Obviously, you got a lot of assets going into next year to try to find your quarterback. I know that I think they said they have their eyes set on the backup quarterback for the Bears. I forgot my man's name.
Badgett.
Yeah, Badgett. I think I heard some things about that, but I don't know, man. I don't know what they're doing. I like Breece Hall. I understand he's a great player, but I think you could find some good, decent running backs. Maybe in this draft or next year. You're not winning anything. If I'm Breece Hall, I think I would be a little irritated because I would want to go into a winning situation. Obviously we saw the comments he made on Twitter, especially when they were trading Sauce Gardner and Quentin Williams and stuff like that. It's he couldn't wait to get out of there. He was begging to get out of there. So I'm sure he's probably a little agitated and irritated to hear about that. But maybe we're talking with the new regime. Maybe he might change his mind, change the heart type of situation. But it's not like they're going to win anything next year. I think they're at least like a good 3-4 years away before they can even consider themselves being an actual playoff contender. So I don't know what they're doing. But again, it's the Jets. Are we really surprised? Because I am not.
And there's a possibility they could put the transitional tag on him, which means he can still go out there and look for a deal. The team can give him a deal, and the Jets can't match it. So they could go that route too. So
yeah, they could.
We started about the start of the season.
What does that mean for your Chiefs? I know you kind of talked about Breece Hall being one of the key.
I think there's too much smoke by Travis Etienne.
You don't think they just try to get Jeremiah Love?
Brett Beach talked yesterday, and he pretty much said that the non-premium positions like safety and running back, you can get that in free agency. It's the top premium spots like defensive line, wide receiver, defensive, offensive line. Those are hard to get when you in free agency. You don't let those guys go. You don't let wide receivers go. You don't let, defensive ends and defensive linemen go if they're high quality young talent. But you can get a safety, you can get a running back in free agency. So the way I think they're looking at a defensive lineman at that 9th pick. So, and it's not guaranteed that Jeremiah is going to be there at 9. So, I think they're going into this. It's too much smoke around Travis Etienne. Too many people have been saying that Travis Etienne want to come to the Chiefs. So, the Atlanta Falcons also said they are placing the franchise tag on Kyle Pitts. He played pretty decent at the end of the season. Now, what's interesting is that he played well when Kirk Cousins came into the fold, not Michael Penix Jr. So, do you think this is a smart move?
It just depends. You know what I mean? I don't. It just depends on what quarterback you have back there. Now, if you're willing to, obviously they already stated that, or I think there's our reports saying that Kirk Cousins will be cut by the start of the new league year.
Yeah.
So obviously he's not going to be there. Do you have faith in Michael Penix that he's going to be able to stay healthy and get Kyle Pitts involved? I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know. It's kind of tough. Like, I understand it because Kyle Pitts, he has all the talent in the world to be one of the best tight ends in the league. But and then you do have some pieces on there. You got Bijan Robinson, you got Drake London. You know, if you could fix a little bit some pieces on that defensive side, you could easily be in contention to win this division. And then obviously, you know, this division isn't really that deep. And then once you get in the dance, anything can happen. So I'm not mad at it. It just depends on what they do with that quarterback situation. Me personally, I can't have faith in Michael Penix's body at all. I just can't. So you're gonna have to have a decision on that. Like, maybe you get a Malik Willis, maybe you get a Mac Jones, maybe, you know, if you want to try to take a flyer on Anthony Richardson or maybe a Kyle Murray or something like that, you know, then I could see it work. But if you're gonna stick with Penix, then I don't know. I don't like it.
Yeah, for sure. Mac Jones, backup quarterback for the San Francisco 49ers. There's word that there's a lot of teams expected to make big offers for him to the 49ers. He was, played a substantial amount of games this year for San Francisco, keeping them afloat, winning some games for them. And I think that, he built up his trade value by doing that. What are your overall thoughts? Do you think Mac Jones is worth being traded for? Do you think he could be a starter in this league?
Yeah, I think he could be a starter. I think he showed us a lot with the San Francisco 49ers. Now, people might say maybe it was because Kyle Shanahan and his offense, but we seen it with splits, especially with the Patriots. We seen moments with him where he looked like he could be a legit starter, and then things just kind of fell off after his first year. So I just think it depends on where he goes. I would really like him with like Kevin O'Connell. I think he would look. I think he would be great in that kind of system. If Aaron Rodgers doesn't go back with the Steelers, I think him and Mike McCarthy. Like, I know we talked a lot of mess about Mike McCarthy, but he's still a great offensive mind in a sense. I think he could work out there. Maybe I like the pieces around with the Atlanta Falcons, especially with them keeping Kyle Pitts. So I do like that situation. The Miami Dolphins, no, I don't like that. I just think they need more pieces around him. And obviously Tyreek Hill's not going to be there. I'm assuming Jalen Waddle will probably be on the trading block. So they've been trying to trade him for the last 3 years. So maybe they finally do that. So yeah, I think Mac Jones will. I think he'll be somewhere else outside of San Francisco, and I think he'll have a starting job.
Yeah, I agree. I think he's gone. Somebody like even the Colts, maybe even look into it and bring him in. Shane Steichen. Maybe he could, like you said, Daniel Jones he's not going to be back in the beginning of the season. So they got to get a quarterback in there that they can step in and start and give them quality snaps. And if they want to get back to what they were in the beginning of last season, they need a quality quarterback that can come in and get the ball to the weapons. There is reports on the Colts side that they are franchise tagging Alec Pierce, and there is rumors that there's a possibility that they could be cutting Michael Pittman Jr. He could save 20-something million against the cap. What are your overall thoughts on that?
I also heard they might even cut Zaire Franklin, which I think would be kind of crazy. If Zaire Franklin becomes available to Raiders, please go pick him up. Please go pick up Zaire Franklin. No, that would be interesting. Obviously, Michael Pittman. I personally don't understand the hype with Alec Pierce. I get it, he's cool, but I think he has a lot of head injuries that makes me a little bit more concerned about him. I know
he's one-dimensional.
Yeah, I don't understand the big hype over him.
He's a big play wide receiver. I don't think he's like I don't think there's
Not a
dimensions to this game. I just think it's
nah.
post and 9 routes.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. Like I don't understand it, but because I remember there were rumors about maybe my Raiders trying to go out and pay for Alec Pierce. I'm like, no, like I'm cool. Like, no, I don't. No disrespect to him, but if we're
I
gonna
know
give
you
money
would
to a
hate
wide
that.
receiver, I'd rather pay like George Pickens and go deal with that headache if I had to.
Hell, I know you don't want to hear this, but I'd rather y'all go get. I think Romeo Dobbs is better than him.
Don't no, please don't. No, I do not remember. That would be a fucking irony if he becomes a Raider. How much I do
I
not
would
like him as
love
a
it.
receiver.
I would love it. You'd have to cheer for this nigga.
I would have to, and he could prove me wrong, man. But I'm not a Romeo
I do.
Dobbs fan.
You know who I think y'all gonna go get?
Who?
Brandon Jennings.
Who?
I want Jawan Jennings. I mean,
Oh, Jawan Jennings.
I think y'all go get him.
I heard Jawan. I heard Rashid Shaheed because he's linked up with Clint
With Clint
Kubiak
Kubiak,
twice.
yeah.
I've
I can
heard the
see that
DJ
there.
Moore stuff. I've heard maybe potentially AJ Brown. I heard a little bit stuff about that, but nothing crazy.
When the 49ers kept Brandon Ayuk, but y'all want Ayuk.
I wouldn't be mad at Ayuk. Obviously, I'll be a little curious to see how he responds off of that knee. You know what I mean? But I think most likely Randy Ayuk. I think he wants to go to Commanders. I think he wants to play with Jane Daniels. That's his boy.
Yeah.
So I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, Zaire Frank can get cut. Yeah, run that. We need a middle linebacker. I'll take him for sure.
Yeah, for sure. There's rumors that your old quarterback might be coming out of retirement. Derek Carr. Now his rights are still under the New Orleans Saints, so they would have to trade him. But teams are desperate for quarterbacks, so they have been it was rumors last year. I think the coach was trying to get Derek Carr to come out of retirement. But there's real interest now. He seems like he wants to be unretired. He's probably getting sick and tired of home life.
Yeah.
So he wants to come back to the NFL. Now look, I'm gonna say this. He wasn't that good at the Saints. So it's not act like dude was blowing up the market. Yes, did he get hurt his last year? And that's another thing about Derek Carr. He injury prone, man. He get hurt every year.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe a year away from the game, let him heal his body up, and he can come back better than ever. But I don't know, man. I think it's buyers beware. I'm not trading nothing more than the 6th round pick for Derek Carr.
Like, let me ask you, like, where would Derek Carr rank among the quarterbacks available, whether it's trade or free agency? Where would he rank?
I don't know, bro. Because I'm not taking him over Kyler Murray. I'm not taking him over Mac Jones. I'm not taking him over Malik Willis. Hell, I might not even take him over Aaron.
No, I wouldn't.
I think Aaron Rodgers actually played solid last year.
I think he'll be above like Anthony Richardson.
That's bad.
And that's where he will be at.
That's where
he would be at. That's where he would be at, low-key. I think he's in the boat of like a Joe Flacco. You know what I mean? It'd be like Joe Flacco, Derek Carr. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I think he could bring something to the table for a couple weeks and stuff like that, but he couldn't be a solidified starter for the whole year. You know what I mean? Like, I think like, honestly, look, I wouldn't be mad if he came back to the Raiders and he kind of started out the season with us, and then we kind of gradually got Fernando Mendoza in by like, mid season. I wouldn't be mad about that. You know what I mean? Like, I think with him, I think there are certain Raider fans that would love to see that. Would I? I don't know. I wouldn't be mad at it because we all know he wouldn't be our future, but I think he would be a good stopgap for Fernando Mendoza until he's really ready. Hell, he could be ready now. We don't know, but we gotta see what's up. But I think there'll be teams that will call. Like, I think the Colts would be a situation. I think Minnesota. I think that could be another situation. So we'll see. Like, I will be curious to see what he looked like with the likes of what the Minnesota Vikings have. That might be the best wide receiving core he's ever played with. So, and then I think he can get the ball to Joe Addison, or if he's still there, and then obviously Justin Jefferson. So I don't know. No, we'll see. I wouldn't have him ahead of any of the guys that you said, though.
Yeah, for sure. And then last but not least, the Cleveland Browns said that there will be an open competition between Deshaun Watson and Shedeur Sanders for the QB position. Now, we all know that they paying a whole lot of money to Deshaun Watson. So they got to kind of bite the bullet on that one. But Shador Sanders, he came in and he had some good moments. He had some bad moments, but I think he was under some weird circumstances, and
Yeah.
I think Stefanski was not all the way sold on Shador Sanders. So I don't think he really got a fair shake. I think this season, I think Todd Monken has already shown that he's willing to give him a fair shake. So, what are your overall thoughts on this QB competition? Do you think that it's going to be a fair one, or do you think the money is going to ultimately decide who's going to be the starter?
I just think at the end of the day, I totally blanked out. Who we talking about?
Deshaun Watson and Shador Sanders.
Deshaun Watson and Shador Sanders. Honestly, like I get it. I understand it because in the situation that they owe Deshaun Watson so much more money. They owe him. This is his last big year. I think this is his last year for the contract, right? This is his last fully guaranteed year.
I think no. He's got more. He got more money next year.
He got more money next year.
Yeah,
like honestly, I would love to see Shador Sanders start off with the first team. I really want Shador Sanders to have a real opportunity to be the number one, but I do understand that with the amount of money that they're paying Deshaun Watson, I'm sure that owner is like, look, we can find a way to get him out there. Then let's put him out there. We're paying him this amount of money. He hasn't played football in almost 3 years now, as far as like a starter. So yeah, like we want to at least know that we got something out of this deal that was probably the worst NFL contract in the history of the NFL. So I get it. I understand it. Do I agree with it? No. Like I still think Shador Sanders has earned the right to be the number one starter. And if he doesn't play well in the preseason or training camp and maybe the first couple of weeks, then yeah, give Deshaun Watson an opportunity to see what he has. You know what I'm saying? But right off the bat, man, I think Shador Sanders deserves it. And obviously, we all know that Kevin Stefanski sabotaged him, and that whole situation with him and Dylan Gabriel was just weird. So I don't know. We'll see. Todd Monken has a big decision to make. So
yeah, for sure. Okay. All right, man. That's enough NFL news. We'll be right back. We're gonna take a quick commercial break.
Introduce yourself to Magnet, the ultimate sports drink. Are you ready to take your performance to the next level? Do you want a sports drink that eliminates the muscle cramps and fatigue when working out or training? Meet Magnet, the sports drink designed for athletes who refuse to settle for mediocrity. It's power-packed electrolytes and rehydrates and restores balance with their scientifically formulated blend with magnesium that fights fatigue and boosts endurance. It has natural ingredients made with real fruit extracts and no artificial colors or flavors because your body deserves the best. It has delicious flavors like mixed fruit and watermelon that keep you revitalized and ready for action. It will boost your performance with essential vitamins and minerals. Magnet fuels your workouts, helping you crush your goals. Join the Magnet movement whether you're training, competing, or simply staying active. Magnet is your go-to refreshment for peak performance. You can order it now on our direct link at drinkmagnet.com. Also, use promo code Cris and Mall to get $5 off your purchase. So don't wait. Again, that promo code is Cris and Mall to get $5 off your purchase. Get Magnet, push your limits, fuel your passion.
Shout out to Sports Magnet Drink. All right, man. We are doing our series where we give our top 5 best at the position for the season. Today we're doing interior defensive tackles and linebackers. Pull this up. So this is me and Maul's list. Maul has Jeffrey Simmons, Chris Jones, Dexter Lawrence, Leonard Williams, and Milton Williams. I have Jeffrey Simmons, Tulo Tulupo, Chris Jones, Milton Williams, and Jalen Carter. So, sir, how are you feeling about these lists?
I'm not mad. I'm surprised you didn't have Dexter Lawrence on this list. I figured you might have him, but
I think he had a down year. He was in and out the lineup too. He got hurt. I think Tula Topu had a really great season. Yeah, like
No, he did. He did.
Yeah.
I was kind of going back and forth with him and Milton and stuff like that. And Jalen Carter, we all know Jalen Carter is great, but I feel like he had kind of like he got hurt a little bit.
Yeah.
And I think he kind of had a down year, especially for his expectations too. So I ain't mad at it. You know what I mean?
For sure.
I ain't mad.
And then we did our linebackers. These are our top 5 linebackers. Maul has Nick Benito, Aziz Al-Shahir, Quay Walker, Raekwon Smith, Devin Lloyd. I got Zach Bond, Aziz Al-Shahir, Devin Lloyd, Jack Campbell, and Nick Bolton. What are your thoughts, sir?
And no Nick, no Benito.
I think Nick Benito's more of a outside line defensive end.
Yeah,
that's how I look at him. Because I was gonna put him on my defensive end list.
No, I get it. He's labeled a linebacker. So
yeah, he is. He is an outside linebacker. He is, but I just look at him more of a DN.
I get it. Like when you look at the play style, yeah, I get it. When you look at the play style, I understand. Yeah, all right, man.
He's more so known for getting sacks, whereas like I think Zach Bond and Devin Lloyd, Jack Campbell, all these guys are like middle linebackers. Like real talk. If what's your name didn't get hurt, Frank Warner would be number 1, or Fred Warner. You know what I'm saying? So.
And then I think on the outside, Robert Spillane, I think he had a really good year for the New England Patriots. So I think he could have easily cracked the top 5 as well. So no hate to him. So shout out to him as well.
Linebackers like N'Kobe Dean, like
I still think Fred Warner is the best middle linebacker, but obviously he got hurt. So, but I think he'll be back to number 1 next year.
Yeah, sure.
Now, if the 49ers want to cut him, go ahead, cut him.
They're not. He's going to retire a 49er.
Could you see them maybe trade Christian McCaffrey? I've heard some rumors about that.
Possible. Depends on what they do in the draft or free agency. I don't know. Maybe they sign like a Rico Dotto or something.
Or trade up for Jeremiah Love.
Maybe. I don't know if they got the capital for that.
Probably not. No.
Yeah, because I was gonna put Vita Vea on my defensive line, but
me too. But I was like, them last couple games were brutal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So there are some players on both of them lists I wanted to put on, but it's the way the year's finished. I was like, no, I can't really do it. So
yeah. All right, man. Let's do our BetUs Sure Fire Picks, dog.
Yeah.
All right, man. What you got?
So I got some basketball wins. I got 3. I got the Rockets -2 against the Orlando Magic. Obviously, the Magic are coming off a big win against my Lakers, but I think the Rockets will cover against the Magic. I got the Spurs +13, -13.5 against the Nets. Nets have no shot. Spurs are going to dominate that game, and then I think my Lakers get the bounce back. -5 over the Suns. I think Devin Booker's playing, but I think that the Suns are dealing with some injuries on that squad. So I'm going to take the Lakers -5. They need to bounce back desperately.
For sure. I'm going to take the -2 76ers over the Heat. And I'm going to take your Lakers -4.5 over the Suns. And I'm going to take the +5.5 Clippers with Timberwolves. All right, if you go to any of our social media platform, you'll see the BetUs link. Click on it. It'll take you to the website. First-time users only. You put your information in. Put the promo code 125. Join 125. You get 125% sign-up bonus plus 10% gamblers insurance. That means 3 risk-free bets on your first 3 deposits of $100 up to $5,000. That means if you bet $100 on your first 3 deposits and you lose your bet, you still keep your money. So you can win some money or you can keep your money on your first 3 deposits. Go up there, sign up, tell them Cris Alamo sent you. And that does it for our BetUs Sure Fire Picks. All right, Mom. I'm gonna do this real. We'll try to run through this real quick. Elimination Chamber goes down this weekend, and yeah, man. So I wanted to go ahead and give you my predictions for this weekend. You got the Intercontinental Women's Intercontinental title on the line. Becky Lynch versus AJ Lee. I think AJ Lee is going to win this match. I think she's going to be the new Intercontinental Championship, but I do think that they will find a way to possibly redo this or maybe do a four-way with her, Maxine Dupree, maybe Natty, and Becky Lynch at WrestleMania. But I do think AJ Lee is going to win the belt, and they're going to put the belt on her. And then it takes me to CM Punk versus Finn Balor for the world title. We all know Finn Balor's not winning this match. I do think that Dominique Mysterio is going to cost Finn Balor this match, whether it be, on purpose or accident, but he's going to cost him, and that will lead to him and Dom Mysterio facing each other at WrestleMania for the IC belt. But I do think CM Punk is going to win. They're already promoting him and Roman Reigns. Why would they let Finn Balor win this match? And then you got the Women's Elimination Chamber. You got Tiffany Stratton, Rhea Ripley, Alexa Bliss, Asuka, Kiana James, and Raquel Rodriguez. I'm gonna go with Rhea Ripley. I think that's the safe pick. I think that's what they want. They want box office at WrestleMania. They want to sell tickets. People know that Rhea Ripley is a fan favorite. That woman can't do no wrong in none of the fans' eyes. So I think they want Rhea versus Jade Cargill. So I think that's going to be the match that they go with. And then the men's, Randy Orton, Elimination Champion, Randy Orton, LA Knight, Cody Rhodes, Devon Evans, Trick Williams, Jay Uso. I know people will probably be like, oh, Cody Rhodes is going to win because they want him or they want him and Drew McIntyre. But I don't think he's going to win this match. I think Drew finds a way to screw Cody Rhodes again. And I think Randy Orton takes advantage of it. And I think Randy Orton is the one who's going to win this match. And we get Randy Orton versus Drew McIntyre. Maybe even because I know Jacob Fatu has been promised a world title match down the line. So maybe it's a three-way between Randy Orton, Jacob Fatu, and Drew McIntyre. And then I could also see them trying to weasel in a way for Cody Rhodes to be in that match too. So, but yeah. So those are my predictions. Real sweet. Hopefully the Elimination Chamber, there's supposed to be this box that they keep promoting that somebody's in this box. I don't know who's in it. It's probably going to be lackluster and underwhelming. And Triple H is going to come out and say he's changing history when he's not. All right, man, it's time for Maul's Random News. It is now time for Maul's Random News.
All right, everybody. We know what this is, man. Chris's favorite time of the show, y'all's favorite time of the show. We talk about topics that normally don't make it to the main slot, but we're gonna get Chris's opinions because we like to hear him speak his mind, man. So, sir, are you ready?
Let's get it.
All right, man. First up, AMC theaters will start reserving the best seats for A-list and premiere members starting later this year, sparking some conversation about that. You're a movie guy. You like going to the movies. Do you agree with this method? Disagree with this method? What are your thoughts?
I ain't got no problem with it. I mean, if they paying for a subscription and they, they're A-listers, why not? Why not give benefits to the people who are signed up for their, their programs and all that stuff? I'm signed up with FanDuel. I get $10 towards a movie every month. So, hey, man, I'm not mad at it.
I do got questions about it. Like, when does this take effect? How long does it take effect? Like, you have movies that are out for multiple weeks and they slowly start losing attendance. Is this just for like first weekend stuff? Like, hot ticket movies? Like, how does it work? Because if you're going to block off a set of seats for members and there's only like 10 people in there and they're all off to the side or up close and stuff like that, what does that do for me? I'm gonna most likely not want to go to movie theaters, which there's always been a big conversation about movie theaters, from watching movies at home to theaters. You know what I mean? How many seats are they gonna block off too? I think that's another question as well. You know what I mean? So I like my particular seat. I think at the end of the day, I think it's dumb. I don't like it. I don't like it, but that's just me. Next up, an anonymous NFL GM says he's not remotely interested in Tyreek Hill, even at the vet minimum. This is per Jason La Conforia. Quote, we aren't touching him. No chance. We think he's done. He isn't a difference maker anymore. The juice isn't worth the squeeze, not even as a vet minimum guy for us. What do you make these comments from an anonymous NFL GM? And do you think that will be the ultimate sentiment with majority of GMs around the league?
This is a tough, difficult situation because we don't know what Tyreek Hill is going to look like. We know I know he's working out. I know he's in Kansas City right now working out. I know that they said the Chiefs are monitoring him and see how he looks. So I could see him probably being if he's going to be ready, maybe November type signing or trade deadline type signing. Like, we need it. It might not particularly be the Chiefs. It could be like, Tyreek Hill is good. He's running and da. He could be one of them late edition type signings where you don't count on him to be your number one wide receiver. Maybe even not your number two, but he's just a luxury pickup on your squad to add to boost your offense. You know what I'm saying? Hey, we just gonna have you run these routes, run on these plays. We got some packages for you. That's it. You know what I'm saying? And then maybe next year you could be a little bit more, involved into the game plan. So I think he's going to be a late edition type dude, but I don't think anytime soon anybody's going to sign Tyreek Hill.
Yeah, I agree. Next up, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame has announced its 2026 list of nominees. The inductees to be revealed in late April. You have Luther Vandross, that's up, Sade, Mariah Carey, Lauryn Hill, New Edition, Wu-Tang Clan, Phil Collins, Shakira, The Black Crowes, Jeff Buckley, Melissa Etheridge, Billy Idol, Inks, Iron Maiden, Joy Division / New Order, Oasis, and Pink. Definitely a heavy hitter list right there. Who do you think? Who do you think should make it out of?
That's a tough one. It's crazy. I saw this list earlier and I looked it up. I was like, how many people can make it in on the cycle? And they said 5 to 6 performers can make it. So that's a tough one, man, because all of them deserve it, man.
All right, so I'm gonna read them. I'm gonna read them off, and you tell me yes or no. I'll give you 6. I'll give you 6 yeses and 6, and the rest. All right. First up, Pink.
No.
Oasis.
No.
Joy Division / New Order.
I don't even know who that is. No.
Iron Maiden.
Yes.
Inks.
No.
Billy Idol.
Yes.
That's 2. Melissa Etheridge.
I want to say yes.
That's 3. You only get 3 more. Jeff Buckley.
No.
The Black Crowes.
No.
Shakira.
No.
Phil Collins.
Yes.
All right, that's 4. You only get 2 more. And here come the heavy hitters. Wu-Tang Clan.
Yes.
All right, that's 5. You only get 1 more. New Edition.
Damn.
Here, I'll read off the rest. You only get 1 more. You got New Edition, you got Lauryn Hill, you got Mariah Carey, you got Sade, and you got Luther Vandross.
Shout out to the rest of them. They're going to get on in the next cycle. Give me Sade.
Sade over Luther and Mariah Carey?
Yeah.
And Lauryn Hill?
Mm-hmm.
If it's me, I say Iron Maiden gets in for sure. Billy Idol gets in, I think, for sure. Shakira's a no for me. Phil Collins, I don't know.
That's you too, man.
Wu-Tang Clan is 100% yes. Mariah Carey, I think, is 100% yes. I think Luther Vandross is 100% yes. I think Sade is 100% yes. And then I think it comes down to Lauryn Hill and New Edition. for me. If I had to say, I'll probably say New Edition. I'll probably tip my side to New Edition. I think Lauryn Hill is amazing, but we only got so many projects from her. Still an amazing act, but I don't know. This one's tough. Those would be my 6. But I'm gonna be very curious to see who actually gets in. Yeah. All right, next up, Disney executives are reportedly pleased with what they've seen from Avengers Doomsday so far. Rival studio heads are predicting Avengers Doomsday will be the highest grossing film in 2026. This is via Variety. What are your thoughts with what I just read? What's your anticipation with Doomsday?
Drop the trailer, man.
When are they supposed to drop it? I thought they were going to drop in the Super Bowl.
No, they pushed it back because of Michael Jackson.
So when they gonna release it?
I guess
gotta be soon though, right? Because they only come out in July,
something like that.
So you would assume they'll probably do it maybe March Madness, maybe sometime in April or something. I don't know.
Drop it, man.
Yeah. All right, next up, Justin Jefferson, he made some comments about Kansas star Darren Peterson's availability season. Quote saying, the number 1 pick in the draft, that person's supposed to be a franchise leader, a person you could build around. Talent isn't the only thing they evaluate. They evaluate more than just that. What are your thoughts with that? Obviously, we've had conversations about this Darren Peterson thing. So obviously we heard a little bit about that. But what are your thoughts with what RJ said about the Darren Peterson situation?
Look, man, it's a delicate situation, man. He's, he's going about it the wrong way. Mm-hmm. And him taking himself out of the game halfway in, he's playing really good, in the first half, and then he gets to a certain point level, and then he's like, all right, I'm done. And if he does that in the tournament, I think that drops his stock. I think it does. I know I said last time it doesn't matter, but it does. If he does that in the tournament and causes them to lose, yeah, that's gonna drop his stock, because then people are gonna question his heart. They're gonna question, is he a winner? Is he a really good, talented basketball player, but are you a winner? And do you really want it? Yeah. You can't compare this dude to Kobe like they've been comparing him to, and he don't show Kobe the intangibles of Kobe.
Yeah.
So.
No, I get it. Next up, Kevin Durant, he made some comments about the USA Basketball Critics, quote saying, quote, all I hear is AAU is destroying the game. The Euros do it right while the Americans do it wrong. It's a lot of blank with that. I could read between the lines on that. It's a shot at Black Americans, which sparked Stephen A. Smith to talk about the globalization of the NBA brand. Quote saying, globalizing your brand is whitening the sport too, because you didn't have enough white American players to excel on a level that could make the sport more profitable, and you had to rely on the brothers. He has to say a little bit more, but that's pretty much the main quote. What are your thoughts with what Stephen A. Smith had to say about the globalization of the sport and whitening it to make it more profitable?
I don't know about that, because this game was built on the backs of, African American men. I mean, from Magic Johnson to Michael Jordan to Kobe Bryant, Shaq, to LeBron James. So even now you got the Steph Currys and, guys like that. Like, not to say there hasn't been white people intermingled in the history of the NBA, but this game, let's just be real. This game was built out the backs of African Americans. Made it global. Michael Jordan made it global. He took it over to Japan. They want, they wanted to see Mike. So, and it grew from there. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know about them having to whiten it up to make it more marketable for who. Is that he's saying that's why they went more European route to get some of the European players over there, because there's more Caucasians over there. So I don't know, but I don't agree with that. I think that this game is built off the back of African American men that have took this game to a whole new level. So that's just my opinion.
I hate this statement. I hate this with all my heart. And this makes me despise Stephen A. Smith a lot more because it's kind of funny because in today's game, I think the NBA gets criticized more than it ever has. You know what I mean? And then on top of that, we got to look at the more international players. A lot of the great international players are white. They're black. Now, obviously, you got Luka Doncic. Obviously, you got Nikola Jokic. But you have Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. You have Giannis Antetokounmpo. You have Victor Wembanyama. Those are all black players. And the whitening, I don't understand the whitening part. Like, obviously, yeah, you want to have all aspect of races because no one's a fool about the aspects of it. Like a lot of people like to root for the people that they identify and recognize themselves with. You know what I mean? So you have the likes of great players like a Cooper Flag, a Con Knipple, a Luka Doncic, a Nikola Jokic, a Tyler Hero. Like you have these great white athletes, and I hate to just put it in a race factor, but this is what Stephen A. wanted to do. I still don't think that you saying that whitening the sport it made it more profitable. I don't agree with that at all. I don't agree with that at all because I think right now, I think that the problem with the NBA right now is that we don't have an identity as far as like what made the NBA so cool. We kind of talked about it a couple weeks ago. Like players back in the day had a certain charismatic figure to them. You had Michael Jordan, you had AI, you had the likes of like, like a Charles Barkley, Patrick Ewing, Dikembe Mutombo, Gary Payton. Like all those guys had characteristics. You still had great white players like Larry Bird, who had a characteristic. He had a style that people would, even black people mess with. You know what I mean? Like a swag to him. You had the likes of Jason Williams, White Chocolate. He had a swag to him. You know what I mean? You had the likes of Vlade Divac, Arvydas Sabonis, Brian Reeves. Like I can go on and on. You know what I mean? Like Steve Nash, Dirk Nowitzki. Like I think in today's game we have the likes of certain European players. Like look at the top European players like Nikola Jokic. He acts like he hates in the NBA. He acts like he hates playing basketball. He acts like he would rather watch which he stated plenty of times, like he would rather watch his horses win every single race than him win another championship. And then I know he tried to walk back that a little bit by stating that, that was just me just kind of talking. But when you have the mindset of that with like the likes of like a Luka Doncic, who right now currently is having conversations of him not being a well-liked watch NBA player because of the whining and crying that he does. And then obviously the Nikola Jokic factor as well too. Like, yeah, I think it's just different. I just think we have different characteristics. I think who fits the mold of certain characteristics. Even Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, like Shai has a certain coolness to him, but at the same time, he's very mild mannered. Who fits back in the day? Who would fit as far as like kind of like the attitude era of the NBA in a sense? Would be Anthony Edwards. We see the characteristic that he has. We see the personality that he has. Like, and LeBron had that. Dwayne Wade had that. Kyrie Irving had that. Who's the cats in today's game that has that? You know what I mean? Minus Anthony Edwards. Not really too many. You know what I mean?
I think Victor has it, but
I think Victor have it too. I think Victor does have it. Like, I think he's been one of the main cogs and why the NBA All-Star game has been great. But minus those two guys, who else is out there? You know what I mean? Like, I would like to see some attitude. I would like to see some grit. I would like to see different personalities, not just give me the same old blanket answers and having no care for the game, which you play for. So, but I hate the statement from Stephen A. All right, next up, well, we keep it going. There's a list per top tier of the top 20 most annoying fan bases in sports. I'm gonna read it, and you tell me if you like this list or not. I'll start at number 20. Number 20, we have Arsenal, soccer team in Europe. Number 19, we have the Tennessee Volunteers. 18, we have the New York Knickerbockers. Number 17, we have the Texas Longhorns. Number 16, we have the New England Patriots. Number 15, we have the Michigan Wolverines. Number 14, we have the Pittsburgh Steelers. Number 13, we have the Duke. Number 12, we have the LSU Tigers. Number 11, we have the Toronto Maple Leafs. Number 10, we have your Kansas City Chiefs. Number 9, that should be way higher. Number 9, we have Ohio State, which should be higher. And number 8 should be the Celtics. Number 7 is the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. I think they should be higher. Number 6, we have the Alabama Crimson Tide. Number 5, we have Team Canada. Number 4, we have the Philadelphia Eagles. Number 3, the New York Yankees. Number 2, my Los Angeles Lakers. And the number 1 most annoying fan base is the Dallas Cowboys. What is your thoughts with that list?
I mean, I think 17 should be higher, man. The fan base should be higher.
Which one?
I mean, I think people hate us, so they say we're annoying, so it should be higher. I agree with you. Ohio State should be higher. I think Michigan should be. I think Duke should be higher.
I don't understand the Team Canada thing. Maybe it's just America versus Canada type of thing. I don't get it. I don't understand that. I don't know what the Canada is. I agree. I don't get the Canada thing.
And who hates the Pittsburgh Steelers?
Honestly, I'm gonna be honest with you. I've never I don't know. Show is kind of annoying. Show himself makes it worthwhile.
Yeah,
that he is annoying.
He ain't never just sat back and be like, man, still.
No, I have not. I think Show might be the first Steelers fan I've disliked. I still love you, brother, but as a fan, like you are a little bit overzealous. Duke, I think Duke should be way higher. I think they should be above LSU. I'm not a big hockey guy. Well, I would understand the coaches, like, like they have a lot of coaches that they do hate fan bases. I don't know. I'm not in the predominant. Like, I am a Florida Gator fan, but I'm not down there, so maybe it's a different feel. Toronto Maple Leafs, I don't get it. Like, I don't know.
I don't watch hockey like that, so
I don't watch hockey like that, so I don't know. I'm surprised Knicks fans aren't a little higher, especially when they win. They like to gloat a lot. I'm trying to think. Shouldn't there be another team that should be in there? I think Warriors fans should be up here. I don't know. Where are Warriors fans? Warrior fans are annoying. I can't stand Warrior. They are annoying. I can't stand Warrior fans. Yeah, honestly, with y'all, I'm not even mad of it because I can't see y'all above Ohio State or the Celtics. I think maybe Notre Dame, but even Notre Dame. And then just kind of like the privilege that they have, I think it's just annoying in a sense. I can't see y'all ahead of them. I can't see y'all ahead of Alabama. I can't see y'all ahead of the Eagles. I can't see y'all ahead of the Yankees or my Lakers or the Cowboys. I don't know. I think y'all are right. Sure. I think maybe y'all should be like 9. Like, get Canada out of here. I don't understand Canada at all. I would probably have Duke. I think Duke and the Chiefs are around the same, huh?
Surprised the Dodgers ain't on this list.
Yeah, me too. I'm surprised the Dodgers ain't on this list. I'm surprised the North Carolina Tar Heels aren't on this, especially basketball.
Nobody hates, but I don't think people hate North Carolina, bro. People love the colors.
Yeah.
They love that North Carolina blue. People hated Duke.
Yeah. No, I can see that.
Because Duke always had that, like, privilege. You know what I'm saying? High sedity.
No, yeah. I'm surprised Niner fans aren't on here.
I was just about to say that. They're one of the most annoying fan bases because there's so many of them.
Yeah. I kind of do think that the Patriots should be higher, though.
I was saying the same thing. I said that should be higher.
Patriots should be higher.
They're annoying too, especially when it comes to Chiefs fans. Oh my God. They're the most insecure. You would never know that they won 6 Super Bowls. The way they be acting.
Nah, yeah. I don't know. Maybe we can do our own list one time in the future. Yeah. All right. We got just like how many more we got? We got 3 more. Next up, Christian Bale has revealed that he will star in the Heat 2 alongside Leonardo DiCaprio. What are your thoughts with this, man? Were you big? Did you ever watch The Heat? And then what do you think of this dynamic of Christian Bale and Leonardo DiCaprio being a part of the new Heat 2 movie?
Heat is a classic. And that's why I'm scared for this movie.
I like the combination. I think Leonardo DiCaprio and Christian Bale is amazing.
Of course. I love it, but I'm scared.
What are you scared about?
Because that's a classic, dog. You wait so long to do a classic movie. Like, we're going to do sequels, man. Sometimes you got to do it like a couple years after. You can't wait 20, 30 years for a sequel.
Yeah. Oh, Mark, the Yankees were number 3. They were number 3 on that list. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Last 2. The NBA invalidating the Kawhi Leonard contract with the Clippers for the aspiration scandal is on the table, with the following teams expected to show a frenzy of interest if he becomes a free agent: Lakers, Warriors, and Knicks. It seems it's unlikely. I think that the NBA would force Steve Ballmer to sell. Seems like we are going to get a decision here soon because more and more people are talking about that. What would the frenzy be if Kawhi Leonard were to become a free agent this moment in the cycle of the season?
New York Knickerbockers, go get him. And you know how I feel about Kawhi. But he's been playing a lot better these last 2 years. I give him that. My man been playing basketball. I'm happy. I'm proud of him. New York Knicks, go get him.
I'll be honest with you. I see the writing on the wall. If he's a free agent, he's gonna be a Laker. He's gonna be a Laker. No, I'm just saying because I don't think he'll leave. I don't think he'll leave LA. I don't think he wants to leave LA. I don't think he wants to leave LA.
Of course.
He's not going to the Warriors because they're just brittle at this point.
And they're old and broken down, and
yeah,
Draymond will punch him by game 2.
You know who he should consider going to?
Houston.
The San Antonio Spurs.
Oh, go back home. He ain't doing that.
He will never do it, but
Great Popovich got random out of town.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if it happens. It'll be interesting. All right, last but not least, the WNBA. Did I read this before? WNBA told the WNBA and its teams on Monday that the new collective bargaining agreement must be agreed to by March 10th for the 2026 schedule not to be impacted. Obviously, that is 2 weeks away until that date. What's the likelihood that you think we miss some games?
It's not looking good. It's not looking good, man. We need to get Miss Ball and D on here, man.
Yeah, we do.
Maybe she had a little bit more insight on what's going on.
I think that's the reason why Angel Reese signed up for Unrivaled. Because I think she sees the writing on the wall that they ain't gonna have a season. Because I don't think she would never do Unrivaled. I'm curious to see what I don't think Angel Wilson needs to do anything. I don't think she'll do anything. She got Bam. Bam will take care of her boo. So
she's solidified, dog. She is the greatest
solidified.
of all time, man.
She is. I don't think financially, I think she's fine. I don't think she's gonna do anything. I'm surprised Angel Reese is playing, but I'm sure she probably missed playing ball. Just same as like Asia Wilson. If I'll say this, if Asia Wilson decides to play basketball anywhere else, then I for sure believe that there will be no WNBA season this year. Yeah. That's what I believe.
If she said
Caitlin Clark, if we start seeing the likes of like Caitlin Clark and Asia, it ain't
or if Asia be like, I'm about that, is bad. I'm going to get Bam a baby.
That too.
Then you know, you really know. If Asia say I'm pregnant,
facts. Yeah, because I can't see her jeopardizing a chance to win back-to-back championships. You know what I mean? I can't see that. So, we'll see. We'll see what's up. But yeah, that's the end of random news tonight.
It's going to be interesting to see also, with college basketball, some of these girls who were projected to be top 10 picks, will they go back? Maybe because of NILs.
I would.
You know what I'm saying? Now, I don't think all of them can because some of them are seniors. Like I think Ozzie Fudd is a senior, but some of these other girls who are juniors or whatever, are they projected to be top 10 picks? Will they go back?
Yeah.
We'll tell you that USC team next year. Ooh.
Yeah, USC team gonna be nasty next year. I don't know. See, hopefully they get it done, man. Hopefully they get it done.
I hope so too, because I want to see who goes where, because everybody's free agent.
Yeah, I know. Trades, all that.
So, all right, man. So, shout out. I saw this podcast, and I apologize, I forgot y'all name, but I saw this game, and I said, you know what? I'm gonna play this game with Mom. It's called Floor and Ceiling, where I name a draft prospect and you give me a player comparison of their floor and their ceiling.
All right.
You ready for this?
Yeah, I'll do the best that I can. Let's do it.
First up, Carnell Tate. What do you see his floor being?
Floor? Man, floor. That's a good question. Floor. Kind of like the floor will kind of be like that's tough. I gotta think about this one. Kind of like, I guess, kind of like a Romeo Dobbs type, where I think he talented wise, but just inconsistency. You know what I mean? I don't think he'll be that, but I think that could be like the floor. Ceiling. Like a George Pickens.
Okay. Next up, Ruben Bain.
Ooh. Floor. Well, floor would be honestly my man from the New York Giants who got drafted, like Abdul Carter. Like, he hasn't flashed at all. You know what I mean? So I could see maybe this early iteration of Abdul Carter, where like he's ultra talented, but it doesn't happen. Ceiling. I would probably say I see the player. I'm just trying to remember the name. Ruben Bain is hella good. Damn, why can't I think of this motherfucker's name? Said like a Brandon Graham. Maybe.
Brandon Graham was really good, especially in his prime.
Man, I'll roll with Mark. I'll go with Brandon Graham.
Next up, Caleb Downs.
Floor. I'm gonna go. I just think he's gonna be good, man. Floor, I'm gonna go with like a. It's not disrespectful, but maybe like a Tyrann Mathieu, anything like that. Ceiling. Kind of like a Ronnie Lott or something like that. You know what I mean? I can see something like that. I think he's a good power hitter. I think he's good.
Derwin James. Is that your floor or your ceiling, Mark? Next up, David Bailey.
Floor is Tyree Wilson. Floor is Tyree Wilson. Stick with them Texas Tech guys. Ceiling. I'm gonna go with maybe like a Javon Curse or something like that.
Next up, Makai Lemon.
Floor. I'm gonna go. I'm trying to think. Floor. I'm gonna go. It's tough. I'm trying to think right now. Let's go. Damn. Because like my ceiling, I have like a Torrey Holt style. floor. Damn. I ain't gonna lie. I wish I would have knew these names. I don't know.
I was thinking Jacoby Myers.
Jacoby Myers. Yeah, I can see that.
Yo, boy, Fernando Mendoza.
Floor. Scary. I would probably say Derek Carr. It could be that. Ceiling, Tom Brady, baby. Tom Brady. Tom Brady. Tom Brady.
Kenyon Sadiq. Yes, he was, sir.
Kenyon Sadiq. I'm gonna go floor. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go. Floor, I can't think of anything. Ceiling, I was gonna say, kind of like a Darren Waller, maybe Darren Waller. Floor, I don't know. Who about you? Who will be yours on that?
Floor would be Isaiah Likely.
Isaiah Likely.
It's ceiling. Probably a little Sam Laporta.
Okay.
Next up, Jeremiah Love.
Floor. I could say like maybe it's a good speed back. You know, he got some moves. Will you consider Jeremiah Love like a speed back?
I think he's all around back.
All around.
Like he hit the hole, he's gonna hit his head on the goalpost.
Yeah. He's a really talented kid. Floor, I'll say maybe like a Clayton Porter's. Ceiling. I feel like he's faster than Clayton Porter's though.
He is probably. I don't know. Floor is Zeke. Okay.
Floor Zeke. Yeah, you know, I can see that. Floor Zeke. Height. Maybe Saquon.
And last but not least, Jacob Rodriguez.
Floor. Let's go Robert Spillane. Ceiling. Let's go Luke Kuechly.
All right. Nice little exercise.
Yeah, no, that's tough. Like without.
Next
Because
time,
it be trying to remember the names. Like I see the players, just sometimes I'll be forgetting the name.
Next time I'll send you the names.
Yeah, that's fine. It's all good.
All right, man. You got anything else?
Nah, I don't have anything else. You
No. Go ahead and land this thing. If you want to donate to our Cash App, you can donate to $Chris Mall Podcast. We'll appreciate whatever you want to give us. Whatever streaming platform you want to use, whatever streaming platform you use to listen to your podcast, whether it be Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, whatever you use. Subscribe to us, follow us. First time watchers on YouTube, hit that subscribe button, that like button, that notification button. So when we go live on Mondays at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time and Wednesdays 9-ish p.m. Pacific Standard Time, you can jump in the live. You can talk about these topics like Mark was tonight. Give us your opinion, how you feel. Agree with us, disagree with us. We want to hear from you. So if you're listening on the playback, leave a comment in the comment section. And whatever social media platform you use, whether it be X, Instagram, TikTok, Threads, Twitch, Facebook, TikTok, wherever you use, follow us at Cris and Mall. We'll follow you back. We're just some regular guys who like to talk sports, music, movies, and all kinds of various other things. If you have critiques or feedback, or if you have a question or topic and we like said topic, we will bring it up. We will shout you out because we want to show love to those who show love to us. So hit us up via DM, emails, or our mentions. All right, good people. Until Monday, hope you guys have a good rest of your week. Be safe out there. Yeah, man. And until Monday, we are out.
see y'all later.